Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty controversial show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel, and be sure to hit all notifications so you don't miss any of our content when it comes out. Let's get into this topic here. Now, I'm sure all of you at one point or another have had someone you look up to or a role model in your life. It may be a family member, or it may be a celebrity or athlete that inspired you, that made you want to do certain things in your life. And for a lot of people, that person was Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe influenced a generation of NBA players and NBA fans all across the world. He influenced athletes with his competitive fire, his Mamba mentality, his drive to be the best that he can, and just his ability to always elevate and rise to the occasion. Kobe has influenced a lot of athletes in various sports, and he's influenced a lot of people around the world with his Mamba mentality, never give up attitude, give it the best that you can, always get the most out of yourself every single day, right? So that's been Kobe's legacy. But there have been some players that have really been impacted to the point where they actually try to mimic the life that Kobe Bryant led on and off the court, because they wanted to achieve that level of greatness in basketball that he did and reach the heights that he did. So what happened? This morning, I was combing through the internet, and it actually wasn't a show that we were going to produce, but at the last minute, I was like, well, let's touch on it, because I came up with an angle to approach this topic with. And it was an article that I came across on fadeawayworld.net with the following headline saying, Derrick Rose shares how Kobe Bryant tricked him until they went to the Philippines. But before we even get into what Derrick Rose had to say about how Kobe Bryant deceived him, today's video is brought to you by sponsor PrizePicks, which is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on sports and players you love. Pick more or less on 2 or more players in any sport to win up to 100 times your entry fee. For example, here's a possible winning player projection lineup: Tyreek Hill for more than 90 receiving yards and Dak Prescott for more than 263 passing yards, Josh Allen for less than 240 passing yards, and CeeDee Lamb for more than 96 receiving yards. And if you're like me and you want to play safe, you will love the new features PrizePicks invented: Flex Plays. Flex Pays are the safest way to play PrizePicks. You can still make a profit or win some money back even if a couple of your picks don't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let's get into what this article says here. It says Derrick Rose appeared on the Club 520 podcast recently, where he shared how Kobe Bryant unknowingly ended up tricking him. Rose looked up to Bryant when he came into the NBA and adopted the mindset he thought the Los Angeles Lakers icon had, only to find out he was mistaken. At that time, I didn't really enjoy anything, Rose says. I didn't go out to eat with my family, with friends, nothing like that. No movies, none of that. No concerts, because I was totally locked into thinking that I had to follow what Kobe was doing, thinking Kobe is not enjoying himself, not going on vacays, not doing any of that. So I felt tricked in a way. My fourth year, I ended up going to the Philippines with him. I saw him relax, Rose added. I'm like, oh, you mother effer, was tricking me this whole time. I dedicated 3 years of thinking you don't do anything, bruh. And to see you actually out here chilling is kind of effed me up. But I couldn't take it personally because he didn't know I was admiring him like that. Bryant obviously had no idea Rose was living his life this way, so you can't blame him for any of that. While the then Chicago Bull guard was shocked by what he saw, I'd say it was a good thing to see these two ended up going on that trip. So what are my thoughts on this? And I think this is a pretty important show. You know, when we're trying to achieve something that someone we can see or look up to has already achieved, we tend to believe that, well, if I model everything that they do, then I'll get the results that they get, right? And to a certain extent, there's some truth to that, right? Success leaves clues. So you want to kind of follow what successful people have done, and then ultimately you'll be able to attain some level of success. But in the case of Kobe and Derrick Rose, I think Derrick Rose was operating with the premise based off of all of the things that he heard about Kobe. Kobe was a workaholic and all of those different, he worked hard and this, that. So Derrick Rose tried to model him to that extent, but his bubble got popped when they went on vacation, and when they went to the Philippines and saw that Kobe could let his hair down, relax with his family, and have a good time. So he felt like he was deceived by the things that he probably heard about Kobe Bryant. But I don't think Derrick Rose is really given the full picture on this. Kobe at no point in time never said that he didn't have fun. He never said that. Kobe's ideal of fun was different than what other people viewed as fun. Kobe, based on the things that I know about him, based on the things that I've read about him, based on the stories that I've heard other people say about him, Kobe was someone that was obsessed with basketball. And he even came up with this formula of how to train, where he was like, well, if I figured out I could work out 3 times a day, and I kept that up for 5 years, and my peers are only working out 1 or 2 times a day, after 5 years, they would never be able to catch me because of all of the work that I put in. The fact of the matter is, Kobe spent a lot of his free time with his family. Okay. And if he wasn't spending his free time with his family, he was focusing on his work. And what he did was, and I read one of his books, he said one of the ways he was able to achieve this balance was he decided to give up his sleep. And he ended up sleeping less. Now, why am I sharing all of this? The reason I'm sharing this is you would never know this if no one shared this information with you. All you would know is just the stories. But you will be thinking that, oh man, I'm seeing him here hanging out with his family and having fun, thinking that, oh, this guy actually has fun, not realizing that this guy was up at 3 o'clock in the morning working out, and you're just seeing him now, or maybe you just saw him in practice, not knowing that he practiced before that. What I'm saying is Derrick Rose probably didn't have the full picture. He probably didn't have the full picture. Now, let's get to the other part where he said about not letting your hair down, not enjoying life. I think that that's also important. I think that you should be able to establish a balance. However, I think that there's something else is vital to this equation. There's nothing wrong with having some work-life balance if you are satisfied with where you are. If you are satisfied with your life and the results that you see in front of you, then there's nothing wrong with having a work-life balance. But if you have lofty goals for yourself, or you're striving to achieve certain things, and you're still talking about work-life balance, then in my mind, you're not serious. You're not serious. The reason why I'm saying you're not serious is because you haven't yet come to terms with the word called sacrifice. You cannot model your life off of the next guy who looks to be having a well-balanced life when you're looking to live in a life that's way more exceptional than that guy. You're just deceiving yourself. So Kobe got to the point where he could now enjoy some of these things because he had reached a certain level. So if you go into life thinking, oh man, I got to achieve. No, you're not. Especially, and also I'm one of the people that feel like, look, if you're a man, you got to go through hardship as a man. And a man shouldn't be running away from hardship. You shouldn't be. I think that's something that you should embrace. You should embrace the responsibility that the pressure is on you, right? And it's up to you to deliver for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for society, or whomever. And work shouldn't be something that scares you off. But to me, what I got away from what Kobe did was you got to work your ass off. And once you start becoming satisfied with the results that you've achieved, then you can start achieving work-life balance. But I'm just a person that could not be sitting there like I mean, for years, Marco and I worked 7 days a week, but I work 6 days a week. And I'm like, I'm not taking off Saturday because it's still goals that I'm trying to achieve. Because I'll be sitting there, I'll be feeling bad about myself. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not reaching my goals. So what exactly am I here to celebrate? That's just me, right? That's just me. But I do understand where Derrick Rose is coming from because he didn't have the full picture. But I don't think that one should be deceived by the fact that Kobe worked his ass off. Like, he was a hard worker, and you need that type of work ethic. Maybe not to the extremes that he went to, but you need a serious work ethic if you're looking to achieve anything serious in life, or rather reach any of your goals, especially if they're lofty. You shouldn't be thinking, oh man, I need to relax. If you're 30 years old, 20, if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s as a man, what do you think about relaxing, man? You relax after you build your empire and, get settled down. What you want to relax for? What's wrong with you? These are my thoughts. Now, some people disagree with me on this, but that's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.